Welcome to day 29 of the Headspace journey. Now, as we move towards the end of the first 30 days, and really the foundation of the Headspace journey, the beginning of the Headspace journey, no matter why you're choosing to train the mind, hopefully it's starting to become a little bit more obvious how this formal sort of exercise each day supports how aware we are in everyday life. And likewise, the more aware we are in everyday life, the more that sort of supports this formal exercise. At times, it can feel very repetitious, the way we kind of go through the same process every day. But of course, that's how we kind of learn any new skill in life. It's by repeating it, giving the mind the time and the space it needs to become familiar with it so that it becomes natural, so that it doesn't really require a lot of effort. And so no matter which direction your Headspace journey is going in, it's really important to remember that the content of this 30 days is the essence and the foundation for any of the techniques that you might go on to do. But you can forget about the future for a moment as you just bring the mind back to the present, as you just settle both the body and the mind. Starting in the usual way with the eyes open and just taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes as you just start to settle into the space and the physical senses around you. And as you sit there, just starting to become more aware of how the body feels. Starting at the top of the head, just gently scanning down through the body now. Remember, not only noticing the physical sensations, but also just the general tone, flavor of the mind, the emotional quality of the mind. without thinking too much about it. Just clarifying your intention, motivation for actually doing this exercise today. Maybe noticing if there's an underlying desire to try and stop thought, change an emotion, rather than simply being present and allowing the mind to unwind naturally in its own time. And just bringing to mind those people in your life, in your relationships, who could potentially be positively impacted by you doing this exercise today. And now just shifting the focus back to the breath. Just starting to become a bit more familiar with the breath. Noticing whether the breaths are long, or short, deep or shallow. And then when you're ready, just starting to count the breaths as they pass. Remember the moment you realize the mind's been distracted, just bringing the attention back again to the breath. And now just letting the mind go, letting go of any focus on the breath or on anything else at all. Just letting the mind do whatever it wants to do. And now just bringing the attention back to the body. Once again, just feeling that weight of gravity, that pressure, that contact of the body pressing down. As you just start to notice the sounds around you, perhaps any strong smells, any tastes, just bringing the mind back into the body, back into the space around you as you just gently open the eyes, maintaining the posture just for a moment. So still a nice soft focus as you blink a few times, reminding yourself that intention to take this sense of being present, this quality of calm, maybe of clarity, with you throughout the day today, knowing where you're going next, what it is you're going to do. And as you sit back in your own time, taking a stretch if you'd like to, perhaps today just reflecting on how different life feels when you not only take the time to do this exercise, but when you find a couple of times in the day just to take 1, 2, 3 minutes out just to check in, to see how you're feeling physically, emotionally, to notice what the mind's doing, what the breath's doing. And at the same time to notice how different things feel when you're actually mindful, present with that activity, rather than wanting to be somewhere else or doing something different while we're doing it. It makes a difference, of course, not only to ourselves, but also to the people around us as well. But I'll leave it there for now, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for day 30 of the Headspace Journey.